Hi, and welcome to South Tampa, Florida Living. So one of the things I've promised is every 6 weeks or so, I will do a market update. The last market update I did was May, so today I am going to catch us up on June and July. Are you ready? Stick around, see what the market's doing. Hi, welcome back. My name is Joe Brown. I'm a realtor with Century 21 List with Beggins, which is located in South Tampa. So the South Tampa real estate market has been hot. And I just don't mean temperature where it's 104 outside. I mean, it has been active. And I want to share this with you. So I'm going to put a graphic up on one of the sides. You'll have to guess, right? And just to keep in mind, we look at 6 items, right? We look at the number of homes actively on the market, the number of new homes that have been listed. We look at the average days on market from when a house goes on the market to when it sells. We look at the number of sales. We look at median sales price. Then we look at that ratio of how much did the house sell for compared to the list price. Now, again, just as a caveat, these are for the 5 zip codes of South Tampa: 33606, 609, 611, 616, 629, okay? And I do have all this data broken down by individual zip code. And if you're interested, you can send me an email. My contact information is in the show notes below. Send me an email and say, hey, Joe, I would like that individual breakdown, and I'll be glad to send it to you, okay? So let's take a look at the numbers here. So you'll see I have 3 months. Now, I already talked about May in the last market update, but I kept it on this graphic because I want you to see the progression over the 3 months. So take a look first at the homes on market, right? So we dropped from 677, and in July we're at 610 active homes on the market. But here is just an astounding number. It is the number of new homes that are listed. You can see we went from 345 to 340 to now 333, so still very active, because again, if we go back even further to February and March, we were down in the 100s. We were less than 200 homes active on the market. But also look at the days on the market. In May, it was 71 days, so just about 2 months. And now we're less than 2 months, 56 days on the market in July. So again, more homes are being listed and homes are selling faster. 2 months. Look at the number of sales. This is astounding. In May, 201 homes sold. In June, 306. And then in July, just a slight decrease to 293. Now, this is a critical point I need to stress, right? So in real estate, there's something called the absorption rate. And what that means is how much inventory is on the market. And you get that by figuring out how many homes are on the market divided by number of homes that are selling. And that's the absorption rate. And anything less than 3, so 1, 2, or 3, it is a seller's market. And so look at this. We have 293 homes are selling per month and 610 homes. That is just over 2 months worth of inventory. It is a seller's market. And if you remember from the May update, this is the law of supply and demand. there's a lot of demand for homes, right? And so prices go up. And you'll see that if you look at the sales price. In May, from $491,000, June, $499,000, and then in July, let me see my notes, $480,000. So we are still seeing that increased price of homes. And again, that's the average of all 5 zip codes. There are some zip codes that are less than that, and there's a zip code that's almost double that. And here's the other interesting stat is what's the ratio of sales price to list price? And you can see we're all about 99%. So because it's a seller's market, we have buyers that want homes and they're going to outbid each other. They get into bidding wars. So that's why sellers are getting about 99%, almost everything they ask for in a home. But it's that absorption rate which is critical. I know 33616, which is the Port Tampa area, is less than 2 months inventory on the market. So we're going to start seeing those home prices increase. So as you look at real estate market, really be conscious of how many homes are actively on the market and how many homes are selling. Because again, 1 through 3 is a seller's market. Prices are going to increase and they're going to get it. Anywhere 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 is a neutral market. When you get to 7, 8, 9, that means you have 10 months inventory. Well, it's a buyer's market and prices are going to go down. We are nowhere near that right now. We keep saying, if you hear real estate agents say, do you want to sell your home? There's a shortage of inventory. This is what we're talking about, okay? It's just 2 months of inventory on the market right now. So if you found this information useful, please hit the subscribe button. It's on one of these sides, right? Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified whenever a new video is posted. But please also share this information with other people you know who may be looking at buying or selling a home. And really, that's why I shared this information with you. It's not to share numbers, but it's how does it impact you. So if you are living in South Tampa and you are thinking and considering selling a home, this is a great time to sell your home. So if you're not working with a realtor, send me an email and I can get with you to share a comparative market analysis of what the value of your home may be in this market, right? And then with that information, you can decide to list your home for sale or not. If you're a buyer, man, this has got to stress you out, right? You want to buy a home, but prices are increasing. However, mortgage rates have never been as low. I said that back in May. Back in May, it was 3.15, never been as low. Now we're below 3. I think we're, 2.5, 2.6 right now? Incredible. So if you're thinking about buying a home, this is a great time, not because of home prices, but because of mortgage rates, okay? So really, if you're buying or selling, this is a great market. If you want more information, reach out to me, send me an email. I'll be glad to help you. So I thank you very much for spending time with me today. I hope this information was useful. As I said, I have all this information in a graphic, and if you're interested, just shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to send it to you. Visit my website, joebrownc21.com. You're able to search for homes. More of my contact information is there. You can send me information. I love sharing this information with you because South Tampa, Florida living is awesome.